validating the idea. So before we do anything, we want to make sure the idea is good enough, that we've validated it in some way before we start to spend more money and take that journey of entrepreneurship and then realize that the kernel of the idea required further thought. In that journey, we're right at the beginning. We've got an idea. What are the key things that we need to think about? Well, first of all, we need to say to ourselves, is the idea unique? What are the unique selling points of the idea? The second thing we must do is to look at the market and validate the idea, which might well be existing in a service or a product or both. But the more rigorous our research is with the market, the more the idea will stand up. Next, we want to figure out, what does the idea mean? So how will consumers consume the idea? Does it mean that we're going to go and build a product? Are we going to build a service that's wrapped in a product? This is especially important because it gets to ultimately the way the consumer not only consumes, but experiences the product or service. The third thing that we'll want to consider is what kind of investment is required. Because the more complex the idea, the more likely there's implementation risk. There's more likelihood that it's going to take longer. The more likelihood that we're going to require more people to recruit. So we want to have an idea of the complexity of the idea. Number 4, we want to actually go and look at what are the competitors doing. It is very unlikely, unless we're educating the market on a brand new category, so an industry sub-segment that's just unique. If we're not doing that, it means a part, if not most of our idea, is being done somewhere else. And that is absolutely fine. And the reason that is fine is that often entrepreneurs will create products or services that improve on others' ideas. So what does that mean? It means that we can go and look at what the market has today. What do consumers currently have? And that will give us an understanding of the feature set, of the services that we want to offer, either inside our product or as an overall service. This is a very, very important stage because it gets to the underlying validation of whether the idea is good or great. Ideally, we want to be implementing great ideas.